When we think of the ancient Maya, we usually imagine dense jungles, towering pyramids, and cities carved out of stone. But behind the rise of Maya civilization was something far less monumental and far more powerful: water. In a world without beasts of burden, wheeled transport, or pack animals, the Maya built their economy, their politics, and their survival around rivers, swamps, and coastlines. These waterways were not obstacles. They were highways. In this episode, we'll explore how canoe routes, seasonal wetlands, and coastal corridors moved food, stone, salt, and prestige goods across hundreds of kilometers, connecting cities, sustaining populations, and shaping power in the Maya world. I'm Miguel Pimenta-Silva, and this is The Mayanist. Riverine and coastal routes were fundamental to the economic, political, and social organization of the ancient Maya because they offered a far more efficient means of transportation than overland travel. In the absence of beasts of burden and wheeled transport for daily commerce, long-distance movement of goods on land depended almost entirely on human porters, severely limiting the volume that could be carried. Canoe transport, by contrast, allowed relatively small groups of people to move several times the weight possible on foot, transforming rivers, swamps, and coastlines into the primary arteries of exchange. One of the most critical functions of these waterborne routes was the movement of food and the maintenance of food security. As major Maya cities expanded, many outgrew the agricultural capacity of their immediate surroundings and became dependent on surplus-producing regions. Wetland agricultural zones in northern Belize, for example, likely generated excess food that could be shipped inland to densely populated centers such as Tikal. During the rainy season, rivers in the northeastern Petén swelled and interconnected with bajos, or seasonal swamps, forming temporary but extensive networks of navigable waterways. These seasonal corridors made it possible to transport bulk goods, such as dried maize kernels, over long distances, a task that would have been prohibitively labor-intensive if done solely by land. Water routes were equally important for the distribution of heavy or high-volume commodities.
If you're enjoying this exploration, consider subscribing to the channel. Your support helps us continue producing in-depth, evidence-based content on ancient Mesoamerica. And if this video adds something new to your understanding, a like or a comment really helps the work reach a wider audience.
Salt, an essential resource for diet and food preservation, was transported from coastal salt works in Belize and the northern lowlands into the interior via riverine canoe traffic. Even inland salt sources, such as Salinas de los Nueve Cerros, relied on nearby rivers to distribute their product regionally. Similarly, heavy stone tools like igneous metates and specialized ceramics circulated through networks that combined land paths and waterways, linking major river systems and facilitating the movement of goods that would have been impractical to carry long distances by human labor alone. Coastal navigation further expanded the scale and reach of Maya trade. Coastal routes acted as connective tissue between distant river systems and regions, enabling long-distance exchange along the margins of the Yucatán Peninsula. Through these maritime corridors, marine resources such as shell, salt, and fish, often dried but sometimes transported alive, were carried inland. The Motagua River played a particularly significant role by linking highland sources of jadeite and obsidian to the Caribbean coast, where these materials entered a broader circumpeninsular trade network. This system became increasingly important during the terminal Classic and post-Classic periods, when Maya commerce shifted toward intracoastal routes that emphasized maritime connectivity over purely inland exchange. Control over waterways also had profound political and strategic implications. Cities situated along major rivers often gained outsized importance due to their ability to regulate trade and communication. Quirigua's location on the Motagua River allowed it to influence the flow of valuable goods moving between the highlands and the coast. Likewise, the Usumacinta River system and its tributaries, such as the San Pedro Mata, connected the central Petén to the Gulf of Mexico, serving as a vital artery for trade, diplomacy, and the movement of information in the Western Maya region. In this sense, riverine and coastal routes functioned for the ancient Maya much like a pre-industrial freight system. While overland transport by human porters moved goods in small, labor-intensive batches, the seasonal expansion of rivers and swamps created high-capacity corridors capable of sustaining large-scale exchange. These natural transportation networks made possible the movement of the food, minerals, and manufactured goods required to support dense urban populations and complex regional economies, underscoring the central role of waterborne transport in the success and longevity of Maya civilization.
If you enjoyed today's deep dive into the world of the ancient Maya, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss a new episode. Please leave a like. It really helps more people discover this content, and join the conversation in the comments. Share your thoughts, questions, or even additional bibliography and research so we can keep building a richer debate together. If you'd like to support this project and the wider social sciences community, you can also do so through Patreon. Your contribution helps us continue producing rigorous, accessible, and meaningful content that brings archaeology and history to everyone. And of course, share this video with friends, students, and fellow researchers who might enjoy it. Thank you for being part of this journey, and see you in the next episode.